Welcome back to DXB Today, where we are talking about getting funding for your startup if that's something that you're into. And our next guest has some top tips, because we were speaking to investors, but how about someone who's actually done it? We have a man here who started his very own successful startup and has been gifting the people of the UAE since 2013. Please join us in welcoming Husain Makiya, the co-founder and CEO at YOUGotaGift.com. Husain, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you for having me.
So it's been quite the journey. It's been over 10 years. I want to know that mindset, how you started with the idea of You Got a Gift and how it's progressed at the start and then where we are now.
Very good question. I mean, I've been in this ecosystem for about 20 years.
Wow.
Started Zawi.com, which is one of my early ventures in the Middle East, which we exited to Thomson Reuters about 10 years ago. And then I took another plunge into You Got a Gift, which is today the leading marketplace for digital gift cards in the Middle East. We operate a broad network of brands, top brands, including Amazon, Noon, Extra, Jareer, and we cater for both businesses and consumers. So back in 2013, the idea was born out of necessity. I needed a gift card for a birthday, and I just couldn't buy it online. And in those days as well, I think the fundamentals for such a business was very strong, because we have, especially in the UAE, we have very organized retail, so lots of chains. We also have a rising e-commerce industry and a very digital savvy population. So really the fundamentals for such a business were strong, and we launched in 2013. And it's been quite a journey ever since. We started with a bit of funding. That was obviously a great starting point. The UAE, in those days, even till now, has always been supportive of such amazing ventures. So we had access to easy setup for the company in a free zone. We obviously had the funding access and the talent pool, which has really helped us to start thinking on a much broader scale.
I just wanted to ask you, I wanted to ask you a question about securing funding at that early stage, and what are some of the challenges that you have faced as well with You Got a Gift?
So we funded back in 2013. We were fortunate that we had a great idea at the time. It was quite novel as well. So we found ourselves, with MEVP, Middle East Venture Partners, who saw the value in what we created. And we actually raised very little, just under 3 million all time. We learned quickly to operate very efficiently. We started consumer, but we pivoted to B2B, where we saw the immediate volume and where we saw digital would be the first adoption. So we really ran it as very, very efficiently. And now we're really pushing through with the consumers, especially I think COVID has really helped accelerate the adoption of gift cards in the last few years. And I think the growth potential is massive. So I think as long as you have a very attractive opportunity ahead of you, then I think funding will always be available. Gift cards in this part of the world are getting discovered. I think it's here to stay and evolve. Market sizing, just to throw some numbers around, the prepaid market in the Middle East is set to grow to about $21 billion by 2028. And these are payment cards, these are wallets. 25% of that is gift cards.
And Husain, more on the opportunity and what you're doing, I guess talking a bit more, I'm a nerd, a bit more the back end of what you do is the fintech side, right? So you were talking earlier about how long fintech has really remained the leader as a sector to be investing in or to be a startup in the region or in an emerging market. Given that regulation is tightening and competition is really taking off, really increasing, do you see fintech where do you see that we are in the growth curve, I guess, of that? Are we still going to see that growing, or are you going to see fintech as a sector for investment start to plateau?
I think depending on the different segments within fintech, I think it's a very broad segment. I think alternative payment is where we are in. I
Right.
think this is still young and nascent. I can tell you when I go and visit big conferences about gift cards globally, I just start to see that we're really ahead of the curve in how we have built our digital solutions. So I think alternative payment is still growing. I think use cases for gift cards are still emerging. They used to be just a pure gifting product. Now they're more of a payment product, and different cases are getting adopted. So I think depending on which segment you're in, it's a specialized area, which we recognize. But I think we will see more companies emerge in that space. There's consolidation also happening in the space as well, which is a sign that this industry now is really getting the attention.
Husain, at one point you were going to make the decision of selling a major stake of your company to a Japanese retail company. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, that's done.
Okay.
It's happened. And what was the
Happened,
reasoning
yes.
behind that?
Thank you for that. So yeah, we just recently got acquired by Gifty, which is a Japan-based gift card platform. It's listed on the Tokyo Stock Exchange. I think it's an amazing opportunity for us. The reason for that, I think we have matured as a business, and we were really looking to go global. And I think what we have seen is we have attracted global players that have seen what we've built and how this platform can actually help them also to scale into new markets. So I will always say built in the Middle East and ready to go. We started in Dubai, went regional, and then the next thing is now global. So we're very excited about that marriage.
I think that's amazing. Well, Husain, thank you so much for joining us on today's show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Ashwarya, we've got DXB in 60 right now, so
I've got a gift for you, Riley.
Oh.
It's a DXB in 60 quiz. We're going to ask you as many questions as possible within 60 seconds. You need to answer as many as you can. All right?
Okay, hit me.
Okay, your time starts now. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Your first job.
I was cleaning apartments.
Your motto in life and in work.
Sorry?
Your motto in life and in work.
Adventure awaits.
Your best advice to any startup.
Do something that you actually enjoy working 18-hour days doing.
If you could have dinner with anyone dead or alive, who would it be?
Jane Goodall.
Your favorite startup in the UAE?
You got a gift.
Good answer. Best way to unwind after a stressful day?
Reading.
Your go-to restaurant in Dubai?
High joint. Ooh, greasy one.
A book, movie, or series you recommend?
I'm a nerd. I'm like a quantum physics freak. Oh, this is a hard one. I love books.
You can pass it.
Pass.
Okay,
Too
a
many.
superpower you wish you had.
To read minds.
And finally, why Dubai? Because of high joint? It is a reason to stay.
The opportunity is endless. I feel I missed the .com boom in the US. I was a bit too young, where I feel like in the UAE, you just feel that takeoff. Like we're really at an exciting phase of the nation really transforming, and I'm pleased to be a part of it.
And we were pleased to have you as
Thank
part
you
of
so
the show.
much.
Thank you so much, Riley, for being with us, and thank you to Astro Labs. And Husain, thank you so much for being here as well. And we hope to see you both back very, very soon.
Thank you.
But for right now, we are going to be returning very, very soon with a performance. That's right, Harris is going to be in the studio with a musical number that's coming up next. Don't go anywhere.